Hey everyone, welcome back to my gaming channel. We are back here in Genshin Impact, and today we're continuing our bonus little series. So we'll just mix it in with the main series we're playing in Genshin Impact. So this side quest is with the quest for Durin. So this is Durin's quest. If we go here, it's Draco Rubedo chapter. So Durin's story quest. Yes, we need to write a story for his mother.
As in business.
In a previous episode we got the quest. We finally got to where we had to accept the quest. That was a track and a half. Took us a bit of time to do that, but yes, so we accepted the quest and we started it. So the first clue was to head to Mondstadt's library. So we are on top of a library now, so let's head in and get to the first clue and see.
Whoa, that doesn't sound very good.
Let's see what happens. Excuse me. Okay, so I'm probably going to talk to Lisa.
Back in the Mondstadt library, huh? Talk about a trip down memory lane.
So we're supposed to find the seeds of the story, right? What do you think that means?
Well, we're in a library, so it's gotta be books, right? But seriously, there's so many here. How are we supposed to know which ones we need?
Making a racket in a library? You should know better than that.
Lisa!
Lisa! Oh, sorry about that.
Now, who do we have here? Ah, my golden-haired cutie. And my little horn cutie, too.
Sorry, Miss Lisa. I know you taught me to be quiet in the library, but Paimon was just trying to help. Please don't be too hard on her.
Well, it has been far too long since we saw each other, so I suppose I can let it slide just this once.
So Lisa's been monitored.
Back when he first arrived here, poor Jean wasn't sure what to do with him, so I stepped in to lend a hand. I figured, if I can handle a boy raised by wolves, then teaching one who's part dragon should be a walk in the park.
Spoiler.
Nice. Sounds like Durin was welcomed with open arms.
Why, of course. Now, let's save the reminiscing for another time. I'm sure you're here for a reason. Did you need to borrow some books?
It's kind of hard to explain. Maybe you could take a look at this.
Oh? Ah, I see. These so-called seeds of the story must be the books that inspired its creation. That's just how it is with stories. They grow out of the tales that came before them. And that mage, I can almost picture her here, hundreds of years ago, scribbling away at one of these very desks.
But we don't know anything about this story. How are we supposed to figure out which books inspired it?
As it happens, just before I found you here, I was looking into something rather peculiar. One of the knights reported seeing some books that weren't listed anywhere in our catalog. Stranger still, just as he went to reach out for them, the books vanished into thin air. And then a while later, while he was browsing through other shelves, there they were again.
Seriously?
That particular knight knows this library inside and out. I'd be very surprised if he was seeing things. Something tells me these might just be the magical books you're after.
Yep.
According to the report, there are 3 of these books in total. I'll be relying on you to track them down, cuties.
Okay, so now we are on a ghost hunt. Okay, not really.
Kinda looks like a poetry collection. But why is part of the title missing? Let's see what Lisa makes of it.
Is it just me or did Paimon's voice change? Because she didn't sound like that. The last time. Or in the main quest. So maybe Because this is way past that, so maybe they got a new actor, voice actor. Okay, so where's the rest? I could have sworn I saw one there. Oh! Oh, dear. Oh, it's here. It's not down below.
Oh, wait! Did Klee write this one? Should this even be here? We better show it to Lisa. Second strongest spell in existence. Do not show Klee.
Okay.
Wait, there's actually a book like that right here in the Mondstadt library? That title's just gonna make people even more curious. Huh. There's definitely something fishy about this one.
She almost sounds like a chipmunk.
Let's hang on to this one for now. Could be one of the ones we're looking for. It's one of M's, after all.
Okay, so... Oh. Wow, there's so many.
An experiment log. Looks like part of the title's been erased. There's something seriously suspicious about this book.
Did we get all of them now? Looks like it. Okay, so let's talk to Lisa.
Well, did you manage to find them?
Excuse me.
Yes, this is a restricted book, all right. It certainly isn't supposed to be here.
But it looks like a regular poetry collection. How did it end up being classified as a restricted book?
The issue lies with one of the poems inside. You've heard of the great battle that took place on Dragonspine, yes? 500 years ago, during the cataclysm in Conria, an evil dragon descended upon Mondstadt. A fierce battle with Dvalin ensued, but in the end, the evil dragon fell, and Dragonspine became its resting place.
You're talking about Durin. The Durin of Dragonspine.
Well, the poem in question turns the whole battle into a dance, with the evil dragon recast as an innocent child who came here in search of friends. But given all the suffering experienced at the claws of that dragon, how could the people of Mondstadt accept such a retelling? Bards are often accused of inventing history or distorting the truth in their ballads. But this one hit a bit too close to home. And since the knights back then were unable to track down the author, they decided to ban the entire collection, blot out the title, and seal it away for good.
Sounds like one
So
of
the
the
version
books.
in the poem, it was all a lie?
I'm afraid that question is something only the dragon himself could answer. Well, did you manage to find them?
Okay, I don't think it's a boar princess.
Truly extraordinary, and certainly not the kind of thing that should be just lying around. In fact, Miss Alice gave strict instructions about it.
So, it's some kind of book of spells? Paimon's guessing magic this powerful should be kept a secret.
It's true. This book does contain one of Miss Alice's spells. But honestly, virtually no one could actually pull it off, even if they tried. The only reason it's even meant to be in the restricted section is because we can't let Klee get her hands on it. After Klee was born, Miss Alice advised us to seal it away. She even added that little subtitle herself.
So, it's to keep it away from Klee, huh? Does that mean she could use it to cause even more mayhem than she already does with Jumpy Dumpty?
No, that's not it. As Miss Alice herself put it, letting Klee see it too early would spoil the surprise. Well, did you manage to find them?
So I think we have two of the books. experiment log.
This book definitely doesn't belong here.
Yeah, we can tell just from reading the title.
Albedo was the one who brought it in. He suggested I place it on the restricted list and keep it sealed away.
Why?
He said it's full of forbidden alchemical formulas, some of which could even result in the creation of dangerous monsters. Apparently, the danger it posed was so great, he didn't even feel like it was safe to carry around or keep it in his workshop.
Really? Definitely sounds like it shouldn't be here then.
Still, if that mage read this book too, it must have been written a lot earlier than I'd imagined.
Okay, I think we found the
Well,
3 books.
would you look at that? Seems like these are the little troublemakers you're after. And all 3 just so happen to be forbidden texts. What kind of story requires reference material like that, I wonder?
Forbidden texts? You know, the first time you mentioned that the library had a restricted section, I thought you were just trying to scare us. Are you saying it actually exists?
Not really something you should be poking your little nose into, is it, cutie?
Sorry.
Seeing as it was Miss Alice who asked you to look for these books, I won't question the matter. But they'll need to be sealed away again once you're done, so don't forget to return them.
Don't worry, Miss Lisa. I won't forget.
Well then, that's all from me. After all that hard work, I think I've earned myself a nice cup of tea.
Hard work.
Alright,
Yeah.
we've gathered all the reference books. What's next?
Wait, look!
Okay, so let's open, let's see what happens. Find a place I speak of, for it is where the seeds of a story lie. Okay. Act 1.
Long, long ago, an evil dragon descended upon the human world, bringing terrible calamity in its wake. Bravely did the people resist, until at last, the dragon lay slain. Later, a witch with a love for stories came upon the tale of the evil dragon, and for reasons she could not explain, felt a pang of sorrow on its behalf. For she knew, despite its body being born of wicked alchemy, all along, the dragon's soul was that of an innocent child. Right up to the moment of its death, it had no choice in becoming a vessel of calamity, nor could it fathom the cruel fate that lay before it. Though the witch had a love of stories, she was not pleased with how this one ended. No, that won't do, she thought. I'll write you a better ending instead. And so she set off to do just that, borrowing a little magic from her friend. With it, she wove a dragon's egg, resolving to rear a dragon child of her own. Yet long in thought she lingered, wondering what kind of world her little dragon ought to behold upon waking.
What should be used to adorn his cradle? I don't know what any of these is. Wisp of woodland air. Trace of palatial splendor. No. Woodland, yes. Palatial splendor. I think that woodland air will make him more humble, right? Yes.
At last, she made her mind up, adorning the cradle with a wisp of woodland air. Then, she quietly waited for the egg to hatch.
Okay, should we press? I'm just very scared of using ink that we can't refill.
Whoa! We're actually inside the story!
This must be Aunt Alice's magic.
That was an opening we just heard, right? Sounds like the story is about Durin. Yep, I think so too.
Yeah!
A story about me?
Why don't we just see where the story takes us? All we know is the beginning at this point.
Okay.
And now a golden-haired traveler, a silvery sprite, and a dragon-born youth step onto the stage. What new chapter will their arrival bring?
Whoa! That came out of nowhere! Was that the same voice we heard just now?
Sounds like the story even has its own narrator.
Yeah. But why does it sound so familiar?
I've missed this. It's just like the stories my mother used to tell me.
You mean... Em? She used to tell you stories?
Yeah, she loved it. Back when she was still alive. Sorry, we should focus on what we're here to do. So, now that we're in the story, what's next?
The dragon youth wondered aloud. Yet all he could do was wait for the story to unfold. Of course, there's something to be said for helping it along. Perhaps a little exploration could prove fruitful.
Oh! Is that a hint?
Let's follow her suggestion for now.
Yeah, I agree.
V to navigate.
For a moment, the story crashers fell silent. Perhaps waiting around wasn't such a bad idea after all. Yet those who never stray beyond the main plot often miss the fun little details along the way.
Okay, so details. So we need to find details. There's a fish. Okay. Flowers, books. Below stars. Tea party. Okay, before we observe, I just want to see if there's anything else. There's observe here. A cat tree there. Okay, so I feel this is the most important part, so let's observe this first.
This must be the dragon egg, right? Looks like it's gonna hatch any moment now. So we've got a dragon egg about to hatch, a witch who loves stories, and that evil dragon we heard about at the beginning. Yep, it all adds up.
This is my story, isn't it?
Sure, looks like it.
Okay, so how are we supposed to help the story along? It feels like all we can do right now is wait.
Apparently, it hadn't dawned on the group to look for a way to help the egg hatch faster.
Oh, right! We're at the point in the story where we're waiting for the baby dragon to hatch. So that has to happen before the story can continue.
With the flames at his command, perhaps the dragon youth might be able to provide the egg with sufficient warmth.
What? You want us to roast the dragon egg?
The silvery sprite's surprise betrayed her lack of reading. For in countless tales it is told that only by fire's embrace will a dragon's egg hatch swiftly.
Huh, you kinda have a...
Okay, I'll
to give it
see
a
what I
try?
can do.
Okay, I don't know. Oh, ink. Oh no, don't want to use ink. After Durin releases his elemental skills, binary form convergence and division. Both his elemental skill and normal attack will be converted to special forms. Okay, so there's special forms. Okay, casting the special elemental skill transmutation confirmation of purity will turn his next elemental burst into principle of purity as light shifts, manifesting his power in the form of dragon of white flame. I don't really get it, but sure. Casting the special elemental skill. I don't know which one is which. Casting the special normal attack, transmutation denial of darkness, will turn his next elemental burst into principal darkness as a star smolder, manifesting his power in the form of dragon of dark decay. Oh wow. Okay, pictures doesn't really do anything. So E, that's E. That's still the small one. Okay, so that's a normal one, right? Oh, it's gonna use ink. Okay, so we're gonna press E. And then
Leave it to me!
E. Not. Okay, so if you press E.
Devouring claw!
Nope. Okay, let's go with E again. And then right click. Oh no, that's running. So it's not that. Okay, so it's a Q attack. Okay, so Q.
Element for the end!
Clearly, both the golden-haired traveler and the dragon youth were eagerly awaiting the little dragon's birth, though perhaps their longing burned a little too brightly. Still, such fiery anticipation might itself become a blessing.
Okay, we used one ink. Okay, so
At last,
does it mean
under
we're
the
successful?
witch's
Okay.
expectant gaze, the little dragon broke free from its shell. No living being has ever decided the moment of its birth. You were no exception, my child. I brought you into being because I willed it so, just like the witch who created that evil dragon. But I promise you this. Your birth was wanted. You are loved, and you will have a different fate than the dragon that came before you.
You've never told me those things before, but for some reason, I always knew. Thank you for bringing me into this world.
The waiting witch did not feel lonely, for she had 3 visitors by her side. Together, they beheld the hatchling's first breath of life. Holding her dragon child close, the witch promised him a life unlike that of the evil dragon. And so, nestled in his mother's warm embrace, did the little dragon's story begin.
There's a witch once spent a sleepless night, and all of bring a story yet to something.
Wait, isn't this Mondstadt? Looks like we're back in the real world. Looks like there's more written on the page now and less ink left than before. So, does that mean we've completed this chapter?
Probably, so it is Durin's story after all, or at least a window into his past.
Yeah, but why does M seem to think that the story isn't finished yet? Durin broke free from the curse, came into this world with a new body, and even made a bunch of new friends. That already sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Maybe there'll be some clues in the following chapters.
True. Everything's always so mysterious with these mages. Guess all we can do is wait for more clues.
Huh.
Is this thing on? All right, that should do it.
Hey! That's Alice's voice!
Hello there, children. If you're hearing this, you've stumbled upon the little recording I left for you. I thought you could use a few hints about how the book works. By now, I'm guessing you've already begun to leave your mark on the story. You should know, however, that the book needs time to absorb the ink, so the next chapter's clues won't show up right away.
Wait, so even magic ink needs time to dry?
The good news is, you can return to any chapter you've already completed and continue to explore the mystical, magical storybook world you helped create. Have fun, dearies. Toodles!
Oh, man! Paimon was so ready to knock this out in one go.
Maybe it's for the best. Sooner or later, we'll end up being whisked off to another world again, and if that happens, who knows when we'll be able to come back. So it might be good to take a break while we can.
A break.
I guess now's as good a time as any. She's hungry again.
Yeah! Paimon has a sudden craving for the good hunter's sticky honey roast. And we happen to be in Mondstadt, so...
So let's meet up here later. I need to find Miss Lisa to return those books anyway.
Okay, so that's why it meant... yeah. It will take 5 real-life days to finish the quest. Excuse me. So, yes. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll finish a quest. Yeah, hopefully we don't need to do anything else. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so I'm so glad we made it this far. Yeah. Because we can actually maybe get Durin at the end of the day. I hope we can. Or I hope we do. Not can, because that's already a probability. But yes. But in any case, so that's it for today. So let's call it an episode. Thank you for joining me. I hope you're enjoying this episode and this bonus set of episodes. If you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. But for now, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!